everyone, thanks for watching. Today I'll be creating a layout which is a little different than my norm. So I am going to start a new playlist, and I'm going to call it My Creative Time. So this is something that, I just felt like doing at that moment, and this paper reminds me of tiles, and it's by Paige Evans, I believe, and it came in the April Hip Kit Club, which, if you're interested in Hip Kit Club, I have no affiliation with them, but I will leave a link in my descriptions. So what I did was I took one of the sheets and I cut the squares out. I think I used 6 by 12. I didn't end up using all the boxes, but little squares, but that's fine. I am distressing my edges with my distress tool. You can also use the edge of a scissor or even a nail file to distress your edges. So as you can see, I'm pulling out this blue paper, which is also from the Hip Kit Club kit. And basically everything I'm using today is from the kit. And I'm just starting to lay them out. And I knew that I wanted to do a heart shape. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to lay them on my paper, how big and what not, the placement, which ones, because they had different colors on them, like darker blue, a lighter blue, and kind of like I would say like a periwinkle, light purple color. So I wanted to, I didn't want to repeat the colors. So I was trying to figure out where to put them. And as you can see, at first I was thinking of doing these like 4 shaped diamonds. And as I'm laying them down, I realize that I think I'd rather do a heart, which I think pretty soon you're going to see me move them all out of the way and get to town. It takes me a minute, but that is what I end up doing. So I noticed that there was a couple of these squares that were not distressed, so I just grabbed my tool and distressed them very quickly. All in all, I absolutely love how this layout turned out. It's probably one of my favorites. I would consider it a monochromatic layout because they're all in the same tone, and the only other color I use is, I believe, white, and even my picture has a bluish hue to it. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with these little squares. So right about now is when I kind of come to the epiphany that I'm going to do a heart, and it just kind of like all comes to me, and I'm like, yeah, let's do a heart. And you just saw me kind of trace it with my finger, and there it goes. So in this layout, I don't use any machines. I don't use any templates. I just technically use the pattern paper, and I'm not going to say I fussy cut because I did use my paper cutters. I used both my Fiskars and my creative memories. I'm not sure what it is. Smaller one. Yeah, Creative Memories. It's 6 by 8 or 8 by 6, something like that. And there is my heart. So now the next part of it is going to start, where I'm just going to kind of play with the different squares, and I'm going to save you from watching me flip them around and move them around. So I am going to fast forward this a bit. Hang on a sec. So at this point, I think I have my placement. I'm going to pull out my T-square to use so I can kind of figure out where my center is. And I'm also going to use my mat to figure out where everything should be. And I'm just going to look for my center point on my mat. And I'm going to use the measuring, it's not really a ruler, it's just like I don't know, a guide. So I figured out where my middle spot is, and I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive because at this point I was thinking of perhaps using my sewing machine. And then I figured I'd use very little adhesive. And here's where I'm just going to line up my ruler up against the middle point. And some of these are, I think I needed to rough them up a little more. So I'm going to eyeball the space in between them. I think I used about maybe 1/4 of an inch in between each. And started sticking everything down. So now I'm just going to try to make sure that this side is now centered as well. So I just want to take a moment to say thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If it's your first time here, I really would appreciate for you to subscribe to my channel. If you like the video, I'd love a thumbs up. That would be great. Leave me any comments if if you have anything that you want to, that you'd like to see, or if I inspired you in any way. I really love hearing about that. And I also love being tagged in any work that you do that may have been inspired by something that I created. That definitely makes my day. I have a few links in my subscription. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, all the social medias, minus Twitter. I never really liked Twitter. And I also have a link to my Kiwi Lane shop in the event you'd like to try out Kiwi Lane. I'd also like to mention that I'm doing a 500 subscriber giveaway. So when I reach 500 subscribers, I will be giving away a $50 gift card to my Kiwi Lane shop. And there is no affiliation with Kiwi Lane other than I am an instructor, and they are not sponsoring my giveaways. So if you decide to subscribe and you win this, you get to try out Kiwi Lane, or if you've already been using Kiwi Lane, it's always great to add more things to your Kiwi Lane arsenal. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will also link a bunch of videos, well, 2 rather. I wish it was a bunch. 2 videos at the end of my video that I think you might enjoy. And you can always find other videos on my channel. So so we're getting close to finishing up my placement of my papers, and I'm just kind of trying to color coordinate so that I don't use the same colors over and over again, or the same ones. I really was trying to use different, at first I was trying to do the same on each side of the heart, but then I didn't have like 2 of every one of them. So you'll notice that a couple of them on the top are the same. So, and like I said, I was just eyeballing it. It doesn't have to be, perfect. Again, I apologize for my little dogs who decide that the moment the microphone comes on, it's time to fight or bite each other or run around the house. I don't know what it is. How do they know that I'm recording? So we're getting to our last 2 that need to be stuck down. and then I'll start putting this layout together pretty quickly. I figured you don't really need too much embellishment because there's so many patterns on these little squares to begin with that it's a little on the busy side. So those are my leftover squares, and I have fussy cut this floral paper that you just saw peek in, and I fussy cut some of the flowers, also from the Hip Kit Club kit. Absolutely gorgeous. Love, love, love that paper. Actually have so many ideas running through my head, and I wish it was still winter because, you know, the gardening and everything else is really taking a toll on my crafting. So I've used a piece of the paper from the square paper, and I just used the backside to map my picture, and that's a picture of myself and my daughter. It was the first time we went to her apartment that she is living with her boyfriend, and we went out to have a couple drinks, and we took this really nice picture at the at dinner, or rather I guess it was an late lunch, early dinner. So I'm adding these stickers, and let me grab the layout because I don't remember what they say, so give me 1 second. All right, let's see if my video doesn't end before I find it. All right, so never mind. I have no idea where that layout is right now, so I won't be able to read what they say. Sorry about that. I have no idea what those stickers say, and I really can't see them from here. So they also came in the kit, as well as these Chamel little stickers that you saw there. All of that on the right hand side comes in the kits. They have an embellishment kit. They have the main kit, which the paper comes in, and it came with so many goodies. I was like, oh, in love. So I'm going to use some of my art glitter glue. I have used a foam, art foam or fun foam for the back, to back my picture and to like raise it up a bit. And I'm just going to stick it down right there. And yeah, so that pretty much sums up my layout. You're basically seeing me put it together. Wow, I wish I knew where the layout is. That would be so cool if I had to move my room around, so right now things are not where they should be. So that is probably why I don't know where it is. How unprepared of me. I should add, I did make this video a few weeks ago, so I'm just getting around to making a voiceover for it. I'm a little behind schedule with my voiceovers. I do have a lot of content that's already recorded, and so, you know, I'll still be able to do my 2 layouts as promised. So this little card, I'll actually have one here, says, which is the one that I used as basically my subtitle. It says, "Get your happy on." And I'm just sticking down all my flowers. And I do end up using some white thickers from my stash to create my title, which I will decide to put on the left side, like that bottom left side of my picture. So I'm just going through the things that came in my kit. At first I was going to use these letters, but they are like made out of like acetate, and they're colored, but I think it would be too hard to see on this background. So now I'm just going to add a couple more stickers. I really like these little hearts. They look like they're almost like watercolored. They look so pretty, and they go with the colors. So I'm adding a couple of the little hearts. And I really like this circle, and I am going to use it in 2 different spots. So I do cut it in half, and I'm going to add half of it right there, and then the other half to this corner. Sorry for giving you the top of my head every few minutes. It just I don't know why I keep sticking my head in the camera space. And these are some more stickers, and these are, I think, Hip Kit exclusive stickers. So I'm just pulling off the dark blue hearts, and I think I used 3 of them, maybe 4 of them. And I'm going to add that little leaf that I cut out as well. That paper is beautiful. You can definitely watercolor it, like maybe use some clear gesso over it and then use some watercolors, or you can use like if you're into markers, definitely color them, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So I was thinking of using this colored and this size letters. I don't remember if I use it, so it'll be a surprise for both of us. I know I do use the white, and I think that's what I am looking for at this point. So since we are getting very close to the end of this video, I just want to take a moment to say thanks again. Thank you for watching my video. I appreciate it. If you've sticked around to this point, I really thank you, and I hope that that you come back for some more. I really enjoy making the videos and sharing them with you. So I'm not coming back, so it must be definitely not figuring out what color alphas to use. I do know I use white, but that's neither here nor there. I just also want to mention that at the end of the video, I will have some close-ups of my layout, and there'll be some close-ups, some stills, and at the very end there'll be layouts to a couple other videos. And I do name this one My World. She is my world. Well, all 3 of my kids are my world, but there's always a special connection, I think, with your daughter, or with, at least I feel that special connection. She understands me for the most part, and we have a very good relationship. I mean, I have a very good relationship with the 3 of my kids, but it's a little different with my daughter. Like, we like shopping, and we have a lot of stuff that we like in common. So yeah, so anyway, here I'm throwing down my title. I think I will probably add a little heart or something to it, and this layout is done. Thanks again for watching. Have a great evening or day, wherever you are.